Oh, bruh. My toes are just burning.
Yeah, it's great.
These assholes come off.
Oh, my feet are burning, bruh.
We got one. Where's the other one?
Good, have one.
Don't stand on your feet there, my brother. Hi, my name is Dylan Harris. I'm from Coomealla and I'm 13. I like playing football, coming down here, running around the ovals, be fit. I love my community. I am a proud Aboriginal who loves connecting to countries and hanging with my friends.
I'm Tyrell, I'm 15, I'm from Coomealla.
Hi, my name's Liam, I'm 13 and I'm from Mildura.
Hello, my name is Russell, I'm 10, I live in Mildura.
I'm Rebecca Cuba and I have a 12-week-old baby. I fell pregnant at 17. It was a shock, but it was really good at the same time.
Hello, my name's Ben Worcester. I'm 16 years old and have been openly gay for about a year and a half now. I know school can be a difficult place for people like me who are sort of struggling to come to grips with themselves, but somehow that was really where I felt most comfortable. I had the most amazingly supportive group of friends and really I was just encouraged to thrive and be myself as much as possible.
My name is Rosette Tendindirvigo, born in a family of 10 kids. Personally, I'm from Central Africa, Burundi, that's where my parents were born. But once they moved from Burundi to Tanzania, on a refugee camp where I was born, they moved there because they were running away from war. There was no peace in 1993. So after moving to Tanzania, I was born there. Lived there for 12 years, then I came to Australia.
Might want to watch that camera in case kablow.
So hello everyone, my name's Rivers. I'm 18 years old. I've lived here in Sunraysia now pretty much my whole life. We didn't have the greatest upbringing. Our mother and father, they had different priorities, I think you can say, when it came to spending their money. The day came when we got taken away from our parents. We were put into foster homes. At first that was really scary and intimidating because, you know, they were complete strangers to us. We didn't know who they were or what we were going to do, if we were going to see our parents again.
I was born in Mildura. I'm a proud Aborigine. My dream is to find my birth mum, to find my tribe and my elders. My foster mum and dad mean the world to me. My hobbies are running, going to the gym. My other dream is to be a nurse or work with people with disabilities.
Do it again. No, it's already recording, that's just stupid. No, it's not recording, I need to press this button. Well, it is recording, see ya?
Hi, my name is Lindsay and I'm 14.
Hi, my name is Livia and I'm 12. Hi, my name is Schmidt and I'm 13. And we're from Coomealla.
I really enjoy hanging out with my friends and family. My hobbies are playing music and going to the pool.
I really enjoy dancing, singing and hanging out with friends. I'm pressing it. Ready? Press it.
Walked in this party and these girls looking at me. Skinny jeans on and on my head. Hey, 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 okay. I want y'all to do this.
My hobbies are playing basketball and hanging out with friends. I really enjoy making people laugh and see them have a smile on their face.
Hello, my name is Sadat and I am from Afghanistan. When I was a child, I lived in a small village called Lukhay. We were so happy there, but we always had a fear in the bottom of our hearts. We were afraid that one day Taliban might attack our village and take our stuff and even kill us. So one day, my father decided we should come to Australia to be away from the fear of dying when I was 10 years old. My father left and he was away for about 5 years, and my father had to wait years to be recognized as a refugee before we could come to Australia. Living without a dad for 5 years was really hard. My mom was a dad and a mom for us at that time. I had a lot of responsibilities, but I was so little to handle it, and I couldn't catch up with everything.
I came here because some struggles with my family I had, and the stepdad I had who was very aggressive to us kids. It was on my birthday in 2010. I went into care. It was a bit hard moving away from my mum.
Hi, I'm Aurora, a male to female transgendered person. I've been out for about 3 years. Some people think they have the right to ask me the most inappropriate questions, like, have you had the surgery? Or, what is it like to have your penis chopped off? These questions are based on assumptions portrayed in the media. Not everyone like me will go through surgery or can afford to do so. Everyone has their own thoughts on what they need to do to be happy. I also get comments like, it doesn't matter what you do, you're never going to be a real woman. These sorts of comments make me feel like I'm never going to be good enough for society. I just want to be treated like everyone else, like a regular person.
Is this your sister? Look. You play with Nova. Hi, my name's Lani. I've been a mum since I was 16 and I now have a 2-year-old and a 9-month-old. Both my kids were surprises, but couldn't be happier. When I first fell pregnant with my eldest, I had actually already quit school. I was going through a lot of drug abuse, and when I fell pregnant, obviously all that stopped, and I sort of thought about it. Do I want my child to look at me and go, you were just a high school dropout, you did nothing with your life? So I went back to school and I completed year 11 while I was pregnant, and then I completed year 12 just after I had my daughter.
I came from Iran, but my nationality is Afghani. In Iran, there was a lot of racism, and we couldn't have a good job. There are 8 people in my family, and 4 of us were going to school. Afghan students had to pay 3 times as much as local students. There was only my dad who was working, and he couldn't pay for our school fees. I started working in a fruit and vegetable store. It was good and really enjoyed it. One day my dad said, why don't you come and work with me? And I was like, I would love to. So I worked with my dad for close to 2 years. I was 8 years old, and it was really hard for a child to work with not that much experience.
fat in Canada. I'm fat now. I used to hate myself, kind of love myself now. It was mainly the comments and the blog posts, the news articles, the magazines, the videos, the movies that would just talk about the ideals of what a woman should be. Me seeing that every time I was either on the internet or at a movie theater kind of had an effect on me. Even when I weighed less than I do now, I still thought I was fat and disgusting, ugly, no one would ever love me, I should hate myself. It wasn't until the fat positivity movement came around and just more awareness in the news made me think, maybe one day I'll like myself as much as they love themselves. I finally got into a place where I say, fuck it if I let my tuck shop arms show.
Hello, Shane.
Hi, I'm Shane. I'm 15 and I'm from Coomealla. I'm a proud Aboriginal man. I like playing basketball, rugby and AFL. I like being with my dad because he's a good role model for me and our community. I like going fishing, hanging out with my mates and hunting for wild meat.
What did you catch in here?
Perch. Yeah.
Perch, how many?
7.
7 perch. What else?
Catfish.
Catfish. What else? Turtles? You catch turtles in here?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's the main one that we love catching? Starts with C.
Cod.
That's the one.
Carp, no. We can't ever catch them.
Yeah, hey, it's hard to catch them.
You can only catch them down in my punk areas.
Oh, you catch them here.
Catch them in back block.
Catch
Catch them in the rod. Catch them with cheese.
Cheese.
It's back there too.
Yeah, you do, eh? Which one? The bigger cheese?
The
cube
square
cheese?
ones, yeah, the square ones.
The bigger ones, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what does it feel like to be on the river, boys?
Good.
Relaxing?
Yep.
Yeah, it is, eh?
Nice swim. Feel connected.
Hello, my name is Lakshin. I am from Sri Lanka. I'm in a family of 4, my parents and my brother. But most of the time, my dad hasn't been with me because if he's with us, he'll probably get arrested by the police because they thought he was involved with the army. One day he called us and said that he's gonna come meet us. So now we were all really happy. He stayed with us a few days and then he said that he's going to go to India. And then my mom suggested to take my brother with him because he was getting old, so he couldn't stay there too. They went to India, and after like 3 years in India, they were going to go to Australia. And on the way to Australia, the boat broke down, so they had to go to Indonesia. And since that day, they're still in Indonesia. They called us and told us to leave Sri Lanka. So we had to go to India and then after that take a boat from there and then come to Australia. When I was coming in the boat, I felt really scared. We might all die because the boat might hit something, or because the ocean waves are really strong too, because the boat might be flipped. And also we didn't even have enough food in the boat because we didn't have fresh water, or we only had food. So they had to catch the fish and then we had to eat it. But then we didn't have like anything for the flavors or anything, so it was just raw fish and then little rice and stuff. When we came to Christmas Island, I felt happy again because I thought I was one step closer to coming to Australia and living here.
I'm Finley. I transitioned from female to male a couple of years ago, and I was thinking, like, maybe I'm not a girl, maybe I'm not a real girl, and I wouldn't find out until I got my period. And like, obviously I did get my period eventually, and there was kind of like a real numbness, disconnect kind of thing. It was kind of like not belonging, kind of feeling like a stranger in your own house. I think the worst part is, like, when I started changing my name, I kind of had to have this, like, the same discussion with pretty much everyone I knew, which was, I am changing my name. Like, they all thought, oh, you can change your name, but you'll always be old name to me. And it's like, no, I'm going to be new name. I'm going to be Finley. I've always been Finley.
All of connecting with country!
Hi, my name is Jason Mitchell. I am 14. I am from Coomealla.
This is our provider for the food. So we catch, this is where we catch fish, swim sometimes, throw yabby nets in, catch yabbies, go looking for shrimps.
So you're just going to do a little move there or what?
It's lava.
I am a proud Aboriginal. I love connecting to country by fishing, hunting and dancing.
One night, my mum and I were kicked out of our house and suddenly we found ourselves looking for somewhere to sleep on a Monday night at 10 p.m. My mum had just lost her job on the farm we were living on, and the people who we were once having dinner with every week no longer wanted to help us. At this point, I wasn't even sure that I could find it within myself to continue going to school. I was too ashamed to let my teachers know that I was homeless. And I certainly didn't tell any of my friends because had I been given a pitying look, I'm convinced that the breakdown I was trying to keep at bay would have happened.
Dandan daram dandan badandan mezana Tokate ambur nadaram sar basandan mezana Dardi dandan daram dandan badandan mezana Tokate ambur nadaram sar basandan mezana. Stop it, buddy. In the name of Allah, my name is Behraz. I'm from Afghanistan. In 2014, I decided to leave my country because of Taliban and I wasn't feeling safe. I paid a guy to help us to run away from Afghanistan. I went to India by plane and I stayed there for 14 days. It was so fun in India. We have a lot of time to get there. After that, I had a flight to Malaysia. When I arrived to Malaysia, the life got hard. We had to pass the jungle to get the ocean and get the boat. And the boat took us 10 hours to get to the Indonesia. After that, we arrived to Medan, the Medan city in Indonesia. We were so tired that even we couldn't move. We were like dead bodies. We were lying down on the ground for a couple of hours to get better. When we arrived to Jakarta, the police took us and they want some monies, and we don't have money, and they are like searching our bags and our bodies to take monies, and we have like $1,000 and the police took from us. And they left us in the middle of the street at 1 o'clock at night. I was in Indonesia for 3 years and 3 months. And living there is so worse than living in the hell. We didn't have enough food, money, or had anyone to request money or anything else. When I got my interview for coming to Australia, I was so excited. I was bounding like a ball. I thank God for the life I had now. Thanks for your attention.
These are a few things I wish I knew when I was growing up.
Blood doesn't always make family. It can be anyone that you identify with and that care for you. Asking for help doesn't make you weak. Find positive and healthy ways to express yourself and your feelings. Don't surround yourself with negative people and environments. Find the people that love you for who you are. Be prepared to open up and tell your story at the right times. Identify when help is really needed and accept it. Be realistic and don't try to live your life according to others. It's okay to be different. You can follow your dreams even if you struggle to achieve them. You deserve to feel safe. You deserve positive attention. You deserve to belong.
Really, I think the hardest part wasn't for me what other people thought of me. It was really sort of just trying to sort out the mess within myself. It was sort of like every morning I'd wake up and there'd be someone sitting beside my bed with a sheet of paper and they'd just hand me it and it'd have a new fact about myself every day, and I'd just have to accept that and spend a while coming to terms with it. I would definitely say that I'm a different person today than what I used to be. I'm more confident, you know, more open, but I think the most important thing is right now that I'm proud of myself.
Australia is a very different country to my country. It's very good. It's not racist, or it's everyone is equal to everyone. And now in Australia, I'm gonna study medicine and hopefully become a doctor.
In Australia, a country of multicultural, they accept who you are, your religion, your belief, your faith. Just in general, they give you that freedom to be who you are. Life is good, and I'm very proud for who I am and where I am. Proud for the culture, for my family.
Like, Mildura is full of trans people. When I first came out, I thought I was the only trans person for all of 2 minutes, probably. Public toilets are like really hard. With guy toilets, you could go in there, but is there going to be a stall? Is the stall going to be available? What is people going to think if you see there's no stall and instantly just leave the bathroom again? And then with disabled toilets, is someone going to call you out for not being disabled? Is the door even going to be unlocked? There's always like an undercurrent fear of violence. Like, what if you're discovered in this place that you shouldn't be in, but you should be in, but nobody knows where you should be, and you don't know where you should be. So it got to the point where I would just leave.
The best thing about my community is family, friends, everyone knows each other, but the one thing I hate is drugs, alcohol and fighting.
All I hate about my community is drugs and fighting. The best thing about being a young Aboriginal woman is being strong.
My culture is important to me because I'm a young, proud Aboriginal woman.
used to go talk to anyone, never used to go out in public either. If I wasn't with Janine, I probably would have ended up somewhere really badly. I want to try and help kids that are in care and that need to be helped with, and I want to put them first.
It's not very easy being a mum. I do have a partner, but he's a pain in the ass. Can I say that?
Sure, if you want.
And doesn't really want to help do anything. So it's more you don't want to by yourself, and they only help when they want something. He said to keep it real.
Being a mum is very rewarding. There are times where I'd be like, oh, you know, I wish I could go out and party and be like all the other 19-year-olds and do whatever I wanted, but I still have 2 kids at home that I have to go home to, and I still have to look after.
I'm grateful for what my mom and dad have done for me. I wouldn't be here without them. Now living in Australia, I have a better future.
You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. So you have to start something to be great.
My advice to people who came to Australia, please don't hesitate and don't be shy to get to know other people. I would like the community to know that it is hard to get here, and please respect us.
Mostly from what I've observed, people judge silently, and it's our thoughts on ourselves that are the worst. You shouldn't judge yourself as harshly. Other people need to stop judging too.
A lot of people think about just, oh, everyone's going to be alright. Kids that have been in care and everything, they think it's just, oh, well, you're not with your family anymore, you're with someone else. It doesn't matter anymore, you're going to be alright. It's not like that. You've got to still be there for the kids that aren't with their family.
I think the biggest problem facing LGBT people in Mildura is how isolated we are. And that's for youth, older people, everyone. So I think especially now with our younger generation, we are bounding together, but just come together. We've got a community. We've got enough people for a community. We've got enough strength for a community. We just need to come together, you know, actually be a community, support each other, you know, vote together, change things.
Celebrate being different. You don't have to be the same as everyone else. You know, there's so much, you know, I speak from experience, there's so much pressure and stress put on teens these days. Personally, for me, I was really nervous and all that because I didn't want other people to know that I was autistic. For a while there, I was really ashamed about that. But as I got older, I realised that it's okay. I think in terms of doing something for youth, nowadays, I think it's okay to celebrate being different. That'd be a message I'd hope to get across.
my message to the community is to treat people the way you want to be treated. Don't judge someone because you never know what they have been through.
I would like the community to know that Muslim people are not terrorists. Every country or religion has good and bad people. So do Muslim and African people. It's not about where we come from or what religion we follow. It's about who we are as a person.
I want the community to know that they should take the time to listen to young people. Sometimes we don't need you to do something, we just need you to listen.